Hey guys, thanks for joining me this week on For All Things Lexington. It's the only show dedicated to Lexington, South Carolina. Here, you'll hear me talk to people, groups, bands, and organizations about where to go, what to do, and who's who in and all around our beautiful Lake Murray. I'm your host, Angela Barrett, and this is For All Things Lexington. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I have John and Kathy Fichtner from Rock the Top Resurfacing. Now say that 3 times. Right, I just picked on him for mumbling something, and then I just did it. Rock the Top Resurfacing. Thanks guys for being here.
Thanks for having us.
First, what is resurfacing?
I'll let John explain.
Well, in a nutshell, it's a process. It's a glorified painting process, but it takes surfaces like bathtubs. Maybe the coating is just wearing off and getting old, and maybe you got a shower stall. And nothing's wrong with it all, except it's pink, green, yellow, blue, or who knows what. Or maybe you got a ceramic tile floor, like the color or chiclets or whatever, or kitchen countertop, and it's green or damaged in some way. We just go in there rather than taking it all apart, putting it all back together. As long as everything's in the right spot, we just resurface it all, and we make it beautiful again, and a whole host of colors that you can choose from. And when we're done, nothing went in the landfill. How great is that?
Yeah, it is.
It's waterproof, like a bathroom should be.
Right.
So nothing goes in the landfill. Super inexpensive, super fast, beautiful, and waterproof. And 3 days, literally 3 days for a whole bath.
Nice.
Yep.
So you just gave us a lot of the benefits of resurfacing. Well, probably the biggest benefit, I would say, for a homeowner would be the cost.
For sure, number one.
And not having your whole house upside down.
Right, for weeks on end, yeah.
And save up to 75%.
So let's just say I have old laminate countertops to replace those with something that looked like stone. It's going to run us anywhere, depending on the stone that you pick, 7 to 10, maybe 5.
You can get some lower end granite. You could probably do, if it's not a real big, kitchen, $3,500.
Uh-huh.
But it can be 15,000. I mean,
sure.
Granite is incredible. And some people have a budget that's way up here. Some people have a budget way down here. And some people are like, I don't want to spend any money at all.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that same project with resurfacing would cost approximately.
I don't think I've ever, well, one time I did gigantic kitchen. It was $2,500 with my process, the foaming process. But I mean, we're talking 1 in 1,000. Generally, a kitchen counter set up, all kitchen countertops, somewhere right around $1,000.
Oh, wow.
$1,200. And one of the nicest things about this is I'm not taking the sink out and putting it back. Anytime you touch a sink, you're messing with plumbing. It's a potential can of worms. That's a surprise. We don't get surprises with resurfacing. If I tell you your kitchen's going to be $1,200 for the whole thing, it's going to be $1,200 for the whole thing.
Right.
But if you want to replace the sink up time, now that's the time.
That's the time to do it. Okay. Yeah, I think not just plumbing, anything. You call somebody and you ask them to, repair this or replace this. And the next thing you know, we might have replaced or repaired that, but we broke 2 or the fixture found 2 more.
They got you now. It's like, I'm right in the middle of it. I got to do it. We never have that.
Right.
I can't remember ever having, something we didn't see. Never.
Yeah. So how long have you guys been doing this?
Early 2000s. We did home renovations, complete home renovations, in 1990. But then John discovered this in the early 2000s, and it's like,
I wish I must jump at it in 90, but
yeah.
I'm getting old now. Yeah, it's the greatest thing. I mean, we literally used to gut homes and, renovate the way so many people do. But then being from my company started as a paint contracting company, so I knew a lot about surfaces and painting and all that. When I saw this first get done on a bathtub, I'm like, oh, I'm tearing 700 bathtubs out of a complete apartment community. each one of them, you don't just take the bathtub off the floor. You got to take out 3 or 4 rows of tiles off the wall too.
Right.
And sometimes they don't make those tiles anymore, so you got to tear them all off. It's a $2,500 job, and that was 20 years ago.
Right.
Now it's $7,000.
Right.
So if we could just leave that bathtub right where it is and leave the tiles alone, just resurface them, bam.
And what types of, well, I have lots of questions just with that. So let me start with this. You go into an older home, been sitting there, some guy's bought it. He's going to kind of flip it and sell it, or flip it and rent.
Yep.
And it's got mold and everywhere. So how do y'all go about, do y'all take care of that? Or homeowners take care of that?
They don't have to take care of it.
Don't touch it. Just get your belongings out of the room that we're going to work in, and then let us do our thing. We're going to clean it so clean that, we etch. Like if we're doing tiles, we acid wash the tiles to etch them. Like if you etch glass and it's all dull, we do that on purpose. And the reason for that is we want a good, not only a good chemical bond, we want a good mechanical bond. We want to lock our coating into that surface, and we don't ever want it to fail. And then we'll put layer on top of layer on top of layer on top of that. So
it's not so right.
No,
right.
I buy this paint at Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore.
Right.
This comes out of a laboratory, and I know the chemist very well. We work together, actually. I'm a beta tester for some of the new things that are coming on the market, because it's a whole industry now. We've got people all over the country doing it, and they want to know where we're going. So I help kind of direct that,
right.
Leader in the industry. So I consider myself the godfather of resurfacing.
Start calling us a godfather.
Pretty cool. Good thing.
Well, he needs his hat from the band. My other question was, so that begs the question of what types. Obviously, you and I were talking about genuine tile and the old ceramic tubs. What other types of surfaces can be covered?
Well, so any kind of bathtub, plastic, fiberglass, steel, clawfoot, cast iron tubs. We love cast iron tubs. People bring them to me a lot. We have a booth at my son's house, and we spray them in there because we can control the environment.
Sure.
But any kind of a bathtub. And then usually, whatever, doesn't matter what the shower walls are either. We can do all those too. And we like tile, but the hard surfaces and
Countertops would be for
any kind of countertop. We even concrete, even.
And I do vinyl.
Vinyl, like a vinyl floor like this one, we can't because our paint.
LVP, you can't do those.
No, our paint, when you melt it, it's serious paint. This paint that's on my hands, I've washed my hands 30 times. I have to sand the paint off.
Yikes.
And that's bad, especially if you're playing an instrument. You don't need so much sand that you can sand off. That people are like, well, wear gloves. Well, I can't feel with gloves on.
Right.
Be able to feel my surfaces. So I just have to, walk around with dirty hands all the time. But I'm proud of this.
Well, I will say maybe better than the poor guys who are mechanics and, they can't get like all that under their fingernails. You're like, I have some friends that are mechanics, and you're like, but it's not that they want to walk around like that.
Yeah. I go through a lot of clothes too.
Yeah. So is there a different process or different types of paints for some of the different surfaces?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like we'll use if we're doing a creative stain, we're doing semi-transparent stains from Italy and foaming them on there. And they're semi-transparent, so you can see colors through colors, much like shale or granite.
Mm-hmm.
So it mimics it very, very well. And so that's a waterborne, substance there. Then we use epoxies for primers. Actually, underneath the primer, we have a molecular bonding agent. You can't even see it; it's clear, but that's like a primer for the primer. And then on top of that is acrylic polyurethanes. You have satins, we have semi-glosses, and we have high glosses. Can't do dead flat. That's not out there yet. I don't know if it ever will be.
Yeah.
We could do a very low shade, not dead flat. But we just love it. And we can do anti-skid floors and bathtubs and stuff rather than suction cup mats.
Right.
Suction cup mat, they hold water mold grows under them, all kinds of bad things happen with suction cup and what. So if you got one of them, get rid of it.
That's right.
And we can roll that underneath our coatings too, so it's like permanent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be great for, kids in the bathtubs. Maybe some adults.
Yeah.
Now, what about if you still want the actual look of grout, like the grout's one color and the tile's another? Is that possible with what you guys do?
With a grout pad, I don't do this because it's just too time consuming. At some point, I wouldn't want my super low prices to, I might as well just replace it at this point. If you're going to put all that detail in,
right,
it's just not worth it. Besides, when we do a wall full of tiles, we're also doing the grout lines. Now they're waterproof. So this those too. So no more mold, super easy to clean. It's non-porous. It's like a glass.
Huh.
So it's as easy as a glass to clean. So much mold is going to grow into it. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Right.
They had low wires because it's easier to clean.
Yeah, right. There was nothing wrong with ours at all.
Yeah.
But it's easy to clean, so surface just for that.
Yeah. What you said you could do like back patios and things like that.
Yep.
What about pool decks and stuff like that? I was thinking of non-skid.
Yeah, I can, but really they have products that you can get at your local paint shop.
Oh.
In fact, I did Spence's point where we live, and I did our pool deck when they shut everything down. Not our product. I can do our product, but it's a lot of area, and my paint is pretty expensive.
Oh, okay.
I refer that to a different contract.
Yeah, don't really mess with it. Could, but
I gotcha. So, and you said it takes how long? We're going to go with medium-sized bathroom. I'm going to go with that. We need the floor and tub and counters done.
Yeah.
Mine's the potty.
If it's a large one, we might come back on, or if we had some issue with something that we already knew about, we might get into day 4 where we'd be coming back just for an hour or two, just to pull up paper and plastic and maybe hang a door or maybe put out some hardware or something. But it's a quick in and out. I did one this morning if we did start it on Tuesday. Yeah, we would have done that fast.
Huh. Well, that's not long at all.
No, compared to, if you're going to, and now if you imagine we're going to gut a whole entire bathroom, we're going to retile everything, put in a brand new floor, put in a new vanity, lots of drywall repairs going on because anytime you tear it all off the wall, you have something behind it.
Sure.
To fix. Plumbing issues always come up. You're talking weeks.
Yeah.
This is very painless.
So what about the odor? Do you have to leave the house during that time?
We ventilate out a window. We have 30-foot ventilation tubes, which we can add tubes to tubes. We can go as far as we need to go to get to a window. We don't want to breathe it either because it doesn't smell good. I can put perfume in it to make it smell great, but I don't because I don't want somebody to, it smells so good. And then,
Paint Chanel.
they can make that smell really good, but they're freezing it don't. I don't have to leave the room. A lot of times people are in the house and they're in the living room. We're working in the bathroom. We spend a lot of time in the bathroom.
TMI. No, I'm just kidding.
People leave a lot. Sometimes they're just working. We work in empty homes a lot, but sometimes people are there too. It doesn't matter to us. I just tell them, when you start hearing the spray, that's when you might potentially smell it. I can't even smell it anymore. I think I'm immune to the smell. So I'd ask them, can you smell it? Most of the time I can't.
Right. Yeah. Now, how long before, let's say you finish that project this morning, was it a bathroom, kitchen? I'm not sure.
It was a bathroom.
Okay. How long before they can use it?
On my way out, there was 2 boys in the living room playing. I think they were texting each other on the phone.
Sure.
You guys can use this shower tomorrow. So the next day, I tell people, just be a little bit gentle. No ice skates on the shower floor. None of that stuff. Be gentle.
And what about like kitchen counters and things?
Same thing.
24 hours?
Always. So it's only weakness. Might as well tell you the weakness that it has. And the only one that I've really come up with is sharp metal objects. If you chop on a, Formica countertop that we just resurfaced and made all beautiful, of course you're going to scratch it. You're going to scratch it whether I resurface them or not.
Right.
So just please don't scratch my, countertops. I put a lot of work into it, and I'm like, that's what cutting boards, right?
Right.
Sharp metal objects. It's got to be a little careful with it.
So what about, you were saying there's all kinds of colors. I watched some of the videos on YouTube and your website, and a lot of it was a grayish, but you can do in a...
Yeah, I can do any color.
With the trendsetter right now, Howard, right? You can do anything.
Well, good luck with that right now.
It's kind of all over the place.
Transition, I hear a lot of people talking about beiges, but so far I'm not really getting a lot of people we should pick any of these colors, want to. I'm not seeing a lot of people picking beiges yet, more than it used to be, but not,
right.
Still not.
Yeah.
Or I talk to people that are in the know and they said, we're going back to beiges. I'm not seeing that yet. But what I am seeing is we used to have large fleck, like the size of a pencil.
Oh, yes. Granite's changed, yeah.
Yeah, so people are now going to tiny, tiny, tiny fleck, which is different for us. So we just have a different way of spraying. Not that it matters much, but we put less paint through, and we just make some adjustments on our gun.
Right.
And make tiny, tiny, tiny fleck. There's only one machine that makes this fleck, the flecking machine, and it's a temperamental machine from what I've told. I've never seen the machine, but it's the only one that cuts these little droplets. And these droplets are different colors. They don't like each other. So you can't take like a black one and a white one and mix them together, and now it's gray. This stays black and this stays white and makes a pattern on there that it is pleasing to the eyes.
And so most of the resurfacing, like counters and stuff, are done in a granite type style.
Yeah.
Or there are other styles that can be done.
There are. We have one that's called Create Stain. That's the faux thing with semi-transparent stains.
And looks like...
That's high-end granite. That's
okay.
I can't really describe it, and I can't actually show anybody samples of it because every single one I do is a one-of-a-kind piece. No, I can't even make it look exactly like that.
Sure.
So it's every one of those. But that's more expensive because it takes a lot more creativity to get, but it can be super beautiful. And then they also have them spray cans of like webbing, and I want to get into this part actually. It's where you I'll spray it over there and it land over there. I don't know how, but
more like marble.
Yeah. And so there's a process that I want to work on when I get time after this string, like silly string or whatever on there. You can hit it with a certain kind of a brush to make it
spread.
Yeah, like a marble. Yeah,
natural. And I want to work on that more, but the market isn't really asking me for that. Really, the sprayings are so inexpensive and fast, and frankly they look great.
Yeah.
But I want to get more creative.
Yeah,
and
that would
the market.
I'd like to see that. That'd be neat.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about cabinets. Y'all can redo cabinets, right?
We don't. And I'm like,
yeah, we don't do that anymore. So we refer that out. I mean, we are so busy into the tubs, tiles, countertops. So we've decided we still advertise it, but we just refer it to people we know that can do it.
That do the same type of work you guys do, or
creative? Well, they will specialize in the cabinet. Yeah.
And is this just wood cabinets, or the cabinets, and I don't know the word for it, that have the
melamine?
I don't know. It's like a film. Yeah, you peel it off.
Really the best thing for that, since it's a medium density fiberboard cabinet door wrapped with a melamine.
Yeah.
And it fails. They fail. And you really, if you're at the point where you're already having problems with it, don't paint junk. Best thing they could do, just throw it away. It's served its purpose. It's probably 30 years old already anyways. It's medium density fiberboard, so it's low quality anyway. And have one of our people that we refer to this job, you can get a new beautiful shaker door for about $75 on the average for a new door. And then still got to paint it. But when you're done, you got a nice cabinet. So you can keep the boxes.
Still rate less.
I was going to ask about that, the ones that peel or whatever.
Yeah, we have that actually. We're going to go and
yeah,
eventually.
I'm getting ready.
I'm going to let her do that.
Yeah. getting ready to take on a half bathroom myself, so.
Had a lady a couple of weeks ago. She's in one of our network groups, and we were just talking on the side. She's like, I feel so terrible. My shower in one of her rental homes is leaking super bad out of the main drain. And she had a plumber come out and verify that and told me it was so bad you couldn't even fix it. You have to got the whole entire thing. I'm like, before you do that, just can I come and see it? And I went down there and ran the water down the drain, and I went to the drain, and I had her right behind me, and I grabbed a hold of the drain like, that's bone dry. I know, no problem with your drain. So let's direct the water from the shower head. Let's direct it and fill this whole area to find out where this water's really coming. When we went down there, it was coming from the back wall, or the wall comes down and meets the floor. There's a great big crack across the wall. And there's supposed to be rubber membrane under there, but there's not. This was Harry homeowners built it several decades ago.
Sure.
And now it's bailing. So in that situation, you would think, I got no choice. I don't even have a rubber membrane under there. I got to replace it. But you don't. So I went in, I'm like, just $2,000 I did this. And while we were doing the full shower, we did the tile. It was all pink, wrapped all the way around the bathroom. This video is on my Facebook wall soon about this one. But I just poured in a bunch of epoxy resin in there and ran it up the wall and then cured it with a light, like 3 coats, stuff strong as nails.
Huh.
Turned the water on, filled the whole thing with water, went downstairs, dry as a bone. Now I resurface.
Yeah.
Now it's
nice. Yeah.
Kurt,
Has $15,000. Very creative, and it's a funnel.
Yeah. Godfather. So what is the strangest surface you've ever been asked to?
So there's this lady who is, hi Sally. And she was gone. And I'm on the ladder doing her shutters and stuff. And I noticed she's got a well pump plastic rock. This $20 plastic rocks
right
this tall, and they're turned gray, hideous looking. I like ugly things because I make ugly things. I like, you know what? I'm going to take that rock and I'm going to make it look like Plymouth Rock. And so I sprayed the whole thing, cleaned it all up first, did a bunch of prep, but I sprayed the whole thing black, and then I sprayed this color called Summit Gray, I think it was on there, and then I high glossed it. And she came home and she's like, what happened to my pump? Where did rock come from? Sally, it's okay. I painted your rock cover. Looks like a hooker. Gorgeous granite. I'm always looking for stuff. I want to do a gargoyle. I did her car once. Did a snowmobile.
Oh, your car?
Oh, God. That was years ago.
A long time ago. I was anything I could find. A little frog. I'll do that frog.
Not a live one.
Not a live one. Even people have things sitting on the...
Sure.
I did our door and our...
That's for fun. Sometimes it gets messed up.
Oh, yeah.
You notice yesterday somebody came over and looked at my table. I built my table, 2 subjects, but they left. I'm like, way out the door. I'm like, hey, did you happen to notice door knocker? Oh,
they...
I built my table out of solid oak about 30 years ago. I date myself now, but I've resurfaced it like 5 times. But I really like the color that's on there now. It's like a midnight blue, and in the clear coat we added crushed pearls.
Yeah.
So when the sun shines through it's really sparkling. It's a really cool looking table.
That you brought up a good point. How long does that last?
Forever.
Or resurfacing?
Well, until I'm dead.
Yeah, you tire it color.
Yeah, I've had people, but I did 20 years ago, and they call me up, John, why don't you come and do my kitchen countertops again? Like, why? Oh, I just want to try and do color.
Yeah. Well, I guess if it's that inexpensive, you could do that. Yeah, sure.
We've done pillars.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, just looking around the room, but that's...
Yeah, that would be cool to see that done in a...
I've done chandeliers.
Yeah.
Big chandelier. 3 times.
Big old at.
No, East Push.
Sure.
The possibilities really are endless. I could do your tripods, or I could do your glass. I've done my chili bowl at home.
Does it help hold the heat in any better?
So, now, John, this is not your only gig.
Nope. A lot of gigs.
That's right. You play with the Fringe Benefits Band.
Fringe Benefits Band.
Yeah.
Started that in Northern Virginia 10 or 11. Going out, was that 10 years ago?
That's tough.
10 years ago.
In fact, isn't that how you got here?
We had our business deal. You want to talk about what
We came down here.
we moved out there. We just want to move away from all the us. I don't know if you know Northern Virginia, but it's busy. And you got to just go like crazy to keep up to the Joneses. And I already am high strung. This place is going to kill me. So we decided to move to a place like Lake Murray.
Yeah.
Where we can at least come home from work and go,
What's up, right?
And that's all we didn't know anybody here.
So you brought the rest of the band.
Well, they saw my pictures of the sunsets. It said beautiful. And they're like, we want to come for a visit. And they're come for a visit. Wait, I didn't want to leave. Next thing you know, we think we want to move out here. So Julie Ellen works there. She was amazing. She's like, I'm moving out. Come on.
Yeah.
And now she let Bruce, my synth player, great man. He's like, my friends moved away. So he moved out. And we have, other friends that are moving. We're bringing all up. Sorry, but, we're not Yankees. So.
All right.
I am because we're not leaving.
That's right. That's right.
Need to love it here. The first thing I noticed moving here was how nice everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, that's really loaded with a lot of nice people. People like.
Yeah, I have a lot of clients that from, up north or California. And, I keep telling them, well, one, the northern people ask the wrong question. They're always asking how cold it gets. Well, sure. So asking the wrong question. You want to know how hot it gets. And the other thing is I'll say, you never have to worry about that here. They're talking about, we need a green space for our kids to play. And they'll be in the street here in South Carolina playing with their friends. They're like, what? I'm like, we really are a nice group of people around here. You don't have to worry about, and we give hugs instead of handshakes or social gestures.
Great place to be. And all our people that come down to visit, they all love it. Everybody's lots of cheer.
Yeah.
No wonder it's getting.
I know.
And this wasn't always a highway. This was like a single road going with one car going this way and one car going that way.
That's right.
3 lanes and 4 lanes. And
it is growing, but it is a great place to be.
I talked to a lady yesterday. I did an estimate. She told me she used to ride her horse to Lexington from right over by Jim Hunt Ford.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, she got horses over there. She said, I used to be able to ride my horse right down the road.
Well, yeah, not anymore. Well, thank you guys so very much. This was very interesting.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I hope you enjoyed the show. If you'd like to be a guest on the show or know someone you'd like to see on the show, contact me at forallthingslexington.com. That's the number 4, allthingslexington.com.
For All Things Lexington has been brought to you by RockTheTopResurfacing.com and by Angela Barrett at HomeMattersSC.com, building on what matters to you.